There we go. Back. It's been a minute, but as you could tell from the intro, or the little segment I put in right there, I've had a little bit of free time to get some work done. So during this time off, I have E-85 swapped a car. It was fairly simple, only cost around 500 bucks. Getting 17 miles per gallon until I floor it, then it's just, I get nothing. But I would recommend it with this a whole lot. It is so much quicker, and just now my car, I feel as if it runs a whole lot better. I know I used to have a sputter, which I know why that is. I'll get to that in a minute. But the car is so much faster. And I think it's just so much more healthier running like this. It is obviously going to be more maintenance. It's E-85. It's going to rot things quicker. But for right now, it's running really good. So back to what I was saying with the sputter, I got headers. So I put those on too, if anybody had noticed that. And that was a pain. That was a major pain. That was horrible. But with that, I found I actually had a leak, and it was in my rear power log. There was pretty much nothing bolted to the rest of my exhaust. It was just sitting there open. So the pressure trying to accumulate for all the air being let out, and just it threw my car all the way off. But headers, E-85, which I'll go into details. It was really simple with a kit. So Casper Electronics, they sell a kit for $40 right now, and I'll make a video on it. It's a rewire. So all you have to do is, for a 2004, has the latch in the back right behind the seats. You just pull the seats up. Well, actually, you don't even need to pull the seats up. Just fold the seats down and pull back the carpeting, and you have your little latch. So you take off little bolts or whatever and just plug in the connection. It's just plug and play. Excuse me. But it's just plug and play. So you don't have to worry about cutting or anything like that. Because I noticed with the ZZP rewire kit, you have to cut. And I'm not, I mean, I know electrical, but I'm not super electrical savvy. But you just plug in those connectors, plug in or bolt into the ground, which I did to the body, and then run the wires up, and then there's a ground for your alternator bracket, and then you just mount it somewhere. It's that simple. Best decision. It's cheaper. I mean, yeah, I have to fill up more, but with my driving schedule, I haven't had to drive that much, so I don't really have to fill up a lot. But as for power, it is night and day difference. And with that power, I dropped down to a 3.2 pulley. I was running a 3.6, so I just completely dropped pulley sizes like mad. My old pulley could fit over this new pulley. That gives you an idea. But 42-pound injectors, the rewire kit, and the tune from ZZP. And that's literally all it took, and you can run an E-85. All my gauges right now are running good, so it's worth it. It really is. I know with my exhaust setup now, having the headers and everything, this car will pop, crackle, and if I know for a fact if I didn't have those mufflers, this thing would be maybe shooting flames. I mean, would it be cool? Yeah. But would it sound horrible? God, yeah. See, I'll make them pop a little bit here. Maybe. But also what I noticed is the exhaust tone with E-85 and my headers combined with my current setup is a whole lot different. I feel like it makes a different sound. And I'll do it further down the road. But the sound is so different, and it sounds horrible to an extent. And what I mean by that is when you're in low RPM, there's a lot of rattle for my car. And all of that rattle sounds horrible. I'm not a fan of it, but once you get into it, this thing will go, and it doesn't sound half bad. It actually sounds cool. But definitely worth it. I also changed my valve covers. I thought they were warping when I originally put on my headers because I got them like a week apart from each other. I know I'd need to wrap them, but the old wrap I had was just falling apart and was nasty, and just, it wasn't very good. It was just falling apart, just brittle, it was old. But now that they're in, I personally don't want to go back in there and do that. I mean, I'm sure I can wrap it while they're installed. It just won't be as clean or as effective as I want. But it's thrown together, it's running good, it's running clean, it's healthy. And I'm actually, let's see, which one is it? Getting ready to come up on 200,000 miles. Yeah. So, it's old, but it's always had maintenance, so it's running good. also have that shift kit. I don't know. I feel like they upped my shift points a little bit when I sent in my PCM. I know it's shifting at a higher RPM range. Well, not an RPM range, a higher speed range. I'm okay with that. I went off their recommended shim leveling for each actuator. So, yeah, everything's running good there. Just know when you do, at least the mods that I've done pretty much every bolt-on you can. I'd have to break into the engine at this point and do either rockers or cam. Intercooler, I could do intercooler, which I've thought about. It's a little bit pricey, but I've heard it's very, very worth it. So, it's just something to think about. First gear is non-existent in this car now. Even if you're starting from like a 20 roll, 30 roll, forget it. My brother has a 2020 Durango with a Hemi, and we were out in Mexico racing, and yeah, starting from a dig, trying to ease into it slowly, there's no way. There's just no way. It spins. And I'm on Nittos. I have Nittos on this, and there's still no way. But if I was to do a roll, I would be able to grip better. I could try letting out some pressure, or I'm just going to have to switch over to slicks and try not to break anything. This thing surprises a lot of people though. You really can turn some heads if you do the right mods and do it right, get it tuned. It's a night and day difference how quick this car really can be. It is surprising, I'll admit it. I never thought I'd get a car this fast, like this, that people would come up to me and say, wow, that car is actually kind of fast. It really is. It'll surprise you. Can't really remember what all I said I was going to have done last time, but I know for sure compared to last time, what I have done now is a lot more than what I was probably anticipating. Let's see if I can get a pop here. Yeah, see, we get some pops. It's nice. It's pretty funny. A lot more people try to race you now if you do that. Figure that out. People who like the backfires will definitely start to try to ease you into running a little bit more often. Which I don't mind, because it'll catch some people off guard. But other people, you know, safety wise, it's not smart. But it's so fun. Do a little pull right here. Everything's starting to open back up. Jesus. Yeah, that'll give you a general idea. I was starting to torque steer right there. It's pulling a little bit harder than I was anticipating. But yeah, that's what you pretty much have to look forward to.